Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see what Louis Chester had said about Mrs. Jewels in his Sideways Stories from Wayside School. In this book, there are 30 stories, and each story is either about a teacher or the children. And Wayside School is a school which was accidentally built sideways. The original plan was to construct 30 classrooms in a row in one story, but the builder by mistake constructed one classroom in each story and built 30 stories. Later, the builder said sorry, but the children were very happy because they now had an extra large playground to play. Now we shall see about Mrs. Jewels. Mrs. Jewels was a terribly nice teacher and she had a very nice face. She had come there to teach the children and now she stands at the bottom of the wayside school and she looked up. She was told that she should go to the 30th floor and teach the students there. The children on the 30th story were also scared because they did not tell anyone what had happened to Mrs. Goff. And for the past 3 days, they did not have a teacher. And they also did not know what the new teacher would be like. But they have heard that she was a terribly nice teacher. And they have never had a nice teacher, so they were afraid of a nice teacher. Now Mrs. Jewels walked up the staircase, which was winding and creaking, and she reached the 30th floor. She was also afraid. She was afraid of the children because she had heard that the children in the 30th floor were very cute and she had never thought anything to the cute children so far. And she was now horribly afraid of these cute children. Slowly she went to the classroom and opened the door. She was a terribly nice teacher and the children could tell that by just looking at her. Now Mrs. Jewels looked at the children. They were all so very cute. In fact, they were so very cute that she could not believe that they were children. So she said, I don't believe it. It is a room full of monkeys. Now the children looked at each other. They could not see any monkeys in the classroom. Mrs. Jewels continued saying that this is ridiculous. I have climbed up 30 staircases and entering the class, I find a class of monkeys. What do the people think I am? Am I a teacher or a zookeeper? How can I come into a class where it is only with monkeys? I want children to teach. Now the children looked at her. They didn't know what to say. And Todd started scratching his head. And Mrs. Jewel said, Oh, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against the monkeys because I was expecting children. And suddenly, when I saw so many monkeys in the classroom, it came out like that. In fact, I really like monkeys. And I have lots of games also to play with the monkeys. Hearing this, Todd said, What are you talking about? Hearing him talk, Mrs. Jewels nearly fell off her chair. And she said, What? Talking monkey? Tomorrow I'll bring you a banana. Todd said, My name is Todd. And the children all were really flabbergasted and they all raised their hands. And Mrs. Jewel said, I'm sorry, I don't have so much bananas for all of you. I never expected this. Okay, next week I'll bring lots of bananas for you. Kelvin said, I don't want banana and I'm not a monkey. Then Mrs. Jewel said, Do you like peanuts? I think I have a bag of peanuts in my purse. And she finds a bag of peanuts in her purse and she says, Here it is. Kelvin takes it saying thanks because Kelvin likes peanuts. Allison stood up and said, I'm not a monkey. I'm a girl. My name is Allison. And so is everybody here. Mrs. Jewels was shocked. Do you mean to tell that every monkey in here is named Allison? Jenny said, No, she means we are all children and my name is Jenny. Mrs. Jewel says, No, you people are too cute to be children. And Jason raised his hand and Mrs. Jewel said, Yes, you chimpanzee in the red shirt. Jason said, My name is Jason and I am not a chimpanzee. But Mrs. Jewel said, You are too small to be a gorilla. But Jason said, I am a boy. And Mrs. Jewel said, No, you are a monkey. Jason said, No. And Jules asks the class, and the rest of the class, you're all not monkeys, correct? And Allison says, no, that is what we are trying to tell you. Mrs. Jewell says, are you sure that you people are not monkey? Kelvin says, we will know if we are monkey, won't we? And Mrs. Jewell is so confused that she says, then do the monkeys know that they are monkeys? Allison says, I don't know that, but I am not a monkey. I know that very well. Now Mrs. Jewell says, okay, sure, you will not know that. Okay, when you are not monkeys and if you're children, then we have a lot of work to do, like reading, writing, subtraction, addition, spelling. Now every one of you take a piece of paper and we will go for a test now. Now Jason tapped on Todd's shoulder and he said, do you know something? I think it was better when she thought that we were monkeys. And Todd said, yes, I know. And I'm sure that tomorrow she will not bring me a banana. Now Mrs. Jewels turned and looked at them and said, there should not be any talking in my class. And she wrote Todd's name in the blackboard under the word discipline. And this is how he introduces Mrs. Jewels to the classroom. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.